Okay, so let's pass the transaction. So let me just paste the fixture data here, and now we analyze the transaction. So here we get the transaction data. Let me just go over this diagram. So here we are basically transferring some Bitcoin from our account to someone else's account. So here we can see the inputs. So the input is basically what we're doing is we are spending the previously spent outputs and creating a new input from it. So and there are two inputs, one whose value is 15,000 and the other is 9,000 satoshis. And there are two outputs as well with values 10,000 and 12,000. So the total input is 24,000 and output is 22,000. So the remaining would be the fee, which is 2,000 satoshi. Now, if we see here, it is RBF enabled. So what it means is, if a user is sending a transaction with a low fee, then minus can reject that transaction because of the low fee. So what he can do is he can enable RBF so that if his transaction gets dropped, then he can send the same transaction but with a higher fee. And this is a SegWit transaction. So what SegWit means is earlier transactions used to have a signature field, which was very large, so it occupied a large space. So what we did is we removed signature completely from the inputs and created a separate SegWit field for it, which contained the public key and the signatures, which helped in reducing the size in V bytes. So here the size is 194 V bytes, number of inputs and outputs, and the lock time is done. So what lock time means is we are basically locking a transaction from getting mined until a specific time. So let's say that I want a transaction which cannot be mined before the 25th of February. So I can set the lock time there. And this is the SegWit discount analysis. So if it was a legacy transaction, it would be 276 bytes, but now it's SegWit, it is only 194 bytes. Now, what is the difference between absolute and relative time lock? So absolute lock time is what I said. You cannot spend it, you cannot mine it before 25th February. And relative is when the output was mined. Like it's basically saying ki, you can spend this output, let's say 8 blocks after it was mined. So this is the difference. So that was the overview.